Hello, my name is Tony Amore. Hello, my name is Tony Amore from Tony Amore from England, from Stoke-on-Trent, England. Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire, England. Rachmaninoff's Piano Concerto, number 3, Opus 30 in D minor. Sergei Rachmaninoff's Piano Concerto, number 3, sorry, number 3, Opus 30 in D minor. I'm going back to the cadenza area to play the first movement of the cadenza of the Ossia and the first movement of the Rach 3, the Rachmaninoff Piano Concerto number 3. Alright, yes, that's what it was. So going back to the Colour of Money movie, going back to the Colour of Money movie, starring a brilliant actor, Paul Newman, and the other brilliant actor, Tom Cruise, playing blackball pool, and the hustlers going to pool rooms and pool rooms and hustling people, pretending they can't play pool, blackball pool, and obviously they turn out that they can, and they're beating these people because it's easy money. So so they're potting balls without having to look at the cue or the white ball or the ball they're going to pot. So this is similar sort of thing, playing without looking at your at the keys or your hand or anything. Mainly for the left hand, and I might look at the right hand, what the right hand is doing. I want to play a lot more fluently and faster. So first of all, I'm going to play slower first. I have to think about the jump from one position to another. My left hand without looking, hopefully, and play the right hand as well. When I move a place slower than what it should be played. Also I have to think about my fingering when my fingers are going to land as well. So that's the first chord here. So I'm going for the big payoff here. The payoff is that if it pays off, that or when it pays off, is that I can actually play the piece. So it's worth spending time doing this. So there's that thing about, oh, I don't feel like doing this, there's no point to it, and it's stressing me out, and I'm getting fed up, it's never going to go right, and there's those kind of feelings, I'm going to give up, and imagine if you do carry on, if you do carry on practicing, you'll be playing those piano pieces for your friends. You know, you'll be playing the kind of music you want to play for your friends. So you'll be playing that boogie woogie if that's what you're learning, or that jazz piece, or that classical piano piece, that Claude Debussy piece that you've always wanted to play, only because you carried on. And that's your McDonald's or KFC or whatever, or your bottle of wine. When that is your reward, or your big bar of chocolate or whatever it is, for spending all those hours practicing. I always had that dream in my head when I was younger. When I was younger, I played the piano, and but yeah, when I was younger, because obviously, not obviously, but I had a piano when I was very young. I was about 12 years old, and I used to practice Beethoven and stuff on music books. I was about 12 years old. I was doing my art. I've been talking about that to my friend today. So I always had this thing, this dream, if you like. I walk into a bar and I sit down and start playing something, and here I am 40 years later and I still can't do that. It still remains a dream. That's not quite true. I did play in a bar a few weeks back, a few times. I went in there and I started playing Chopin's Ballad in G minor, a small part of it. So I went there, all the notes went out of my head, even though the music was in front of me. All the playing went out of my head. All I could think was, these people are in the bar and I'm about to play the piano, and it just went completely, I just completely screwed up big time. But I decided to play a bit slower than what it normally goes, play a bit quieter. There wasn't that many people in the bar anyway. There's a few customers, and obviously the staff, bar staff. I carried on played it slower to relax first, and then I carried on, and it went on for about 5 minutes. I'm basically warming up first, and then I started to play, and I surprised myself. I was a bit nervous, and then because I haven't played in front of people for a very long time, and and then I went back about a few days later. I played again, and I played really well, because I'd had a piano lesson of Tatiana Iskandarova at Keele University, and I went back to the bar, the same bar, God, what's it called now? The Quarter in Anley. It's called the Quarter in Anley, cafe bar, restaurant bar. It's open all day and some of the night till about 10 o'clock at night, I think it's open till. And I went back, played this piece. The Mephisto Waltz by Franz Liszt, and all the way through. Not all the old piano piece all the way through, but the Franz Liszt is a very difficult piano piece, and I played starting to think how it goes now. I played that bit to the Franz Liszt. No, I played that anyway in the bar, in the club. Anyway, I played that anyway. Mephisto was. So going back. So that is the reward. That was my chocolate bar. And I've done it a few times since. So I was very good. I was very pleased about that. So like a huge achievement for me. No, that's the wrong. Oh dear, that should be it. Close. Oh God, that's when I know. That's when you know it's gone completely wrong. It's almost right. Almost right is not right, so it's wrong. That's right. So I've got to there now. Now I've got to get to the next chord. Figure out what those next chords are. D is right, F sharp, B and D. Right? Doesn't sound right, that doesn't, but let's see. F sharp, B and D. Oh, it's B flat, yes, because it's in flats, isn't it? That's it, of course. So it should be B flat in the right hand then, as well as the left, obviously. So that's worth remembering now. So I'm still going to be using that the Russian method, piano playing, of using the arm and how the fingers come down on the keys. So I'm still going to be doing that. That's F sharp, B and D. So I'm still using this where I use my arm and not use my hand. So I'm coming down like this. It's the Russian method to help me move quicker up the piano. obviously one of the oldest tricks that which everybody knows is that in the olden days you stick a pencil or a coin, probably a coin, on your hand to keep your hand in the same position. It's a similar sort of thing, but obviously this is not quite, because if you're going to bring your hand up, the coin's going to fall off. But they use a similar sort of thing, idea, at the time of Beethoven, Frederick Chopin and Carl Czerny, where they stick a finger on the back of your hand, and you're moving from one position, just to teach you how to move from one position to another, or from one position to another. So if you're doing scale, if you're doing these chords, doing chords, doing chords, so C, G, so this is slightly different because it's the Russian method, where you basically using your arm. So you're going to use your arm. You're not using your hand, like just that. Well, you're using your hand like that to go down, to push the keys down, obviously. But you, sorry. This is just an example. Another thing as well, so look for similarities in the chords that you're playing. Like if you're playing inverted chords, notes that are inverted as notes that will be repeating itself again as you're playing the music. And so I look for almost like a common denominator here. So here on this chord here, in the right hand in the treble, it's D, F sharp and A. Or start from the beginning. Well, actually I'm looking at the wrong one there. No, that's a good area there. So going from D, so it's got D there, and the treble, and D and F sharp, so with an A. And the next note is D, F sharp and an A, so another D and F sharp. And the next one up is F sharp and A, so another F sharp and A, and then it stops there. So there's similar keys being played So same notes being played again, looking for similarities if you like. And that obviously helps understanding where you're going next with everything else you're doing. So, starting again. So if your parents are teaching you to become the next Mozart or the next Ludwig van Beethoven or the next Franz Liszt on the piano, or singing and guitar, the next Bob Dylan or Oasis or Robbie Williams or something, you'll realise that Robbie Williams, the singer, you'll find that all that practice, what time you did practicing, is going to pay off eventually. That there's a huge reward at the end, and even if it wasn't to those dizzy heights, the reward in the end is you can play an instrument, or you can sing or something. So I'm moving up now to the next bar. Moving up the keyboard now with this rack 3. I mean, I love it even if I'm not playing the piano and I go and listen to somebody else play the piano, or there's this guy, a very mature guy, coming up, must be about, I don't know, about 55 years old, Eric Newton. He plays the clarinet in the town, in the city of Stoke-on-Trent, and I think he goes to Leek as well in the Moorlands, Staffordshire Moorlands. And he's been playing clarinet all his life. I spoke to him the other day, and he does his busking, and he's really brilliant. He's a real genius at clarinet, and I love talking to him, and I love listening to him play. Eric Newton, fantastic clarinet player. I talked about Benny Goodman, famous clarinet player. Benny Goodman was trained classically in the 1940s, was it? Or something around 1940s, 1930s. He was a classical musician on the clarinet. D and A. In the left hand, D and A. We know we're going to play the F sharp again with the A. Be that again. Try and alter my fingering to suit where I'm going next time. Awesome. Where I'm going next time. The next chord, So I change my fingering so it suits so I can go faster up the keyboard, alter my fingering so I go faster up the keyboard. I knew then straight away that position. I know now I've got F sharp there again with the A. What's my next chord? What's my next chord? Now it changes completely different. So now I've got to jump my left hand from in the left hand, the bass, the harmony. It's got to change. All I have to do there is play a B flat. No. Yes, I play B flat now. Play B flat now. I'll keep the F sharp there. Now we've got a big movement here in the right hand. I'm going up the keyboard. I've got quite a big movement. I've got to go up to the B. There, a D and an F sharp. Some more inverted chords. B flat, and a D. So it's a little bit more complicated. Obviously still concentrating, you've got to still concentrate on what you're doing. So still playing slower than what it should be played. I've done that again. So make the same mistake again there. Play the A instead of the B flat. So now I've gone completely out of position. Close. Not right. So I can ignore that mistake there. Just carry on a bit more so we get the notes right. And I'll play another F sharp there, and then F sharp and F sharp and D, left hand. F sharp and D, and it's B flat and F sharp. No, that's not right. That's definitely not right. So try again. see. This should have come. This comes up to B and F sharp, B and F sharp, and then B flat and F sharp, B flat, D and F sharp here. Is that there? So. Close, low, close. Same thing again, put that A, so B flat. I should run B flat there. Quite a big movement in this one here. It's very challenging there, but it's done. So let's see how we get on with that. So A again. Playing that A natural. So the B flat on the right hand. So and that's it from Tony Amore. Thank you very much. Rachmaninoff piano concerto number 3. And that's the section I've been playing there. That's the section of that bar there. And yes, just that bar, just that last bar there. The D, the bottom D, full size keyboard like I said, 88 keys. So that's where we played that D. Played that D, and then the left, obviously on the left hand, the melody. So we're going there, and then we went there, and then sorry, a bit more difficult to do this, but we went there, and then we went to there, and then we went there. Yes, and then we went to there. And then we went up to F sharp. Oh no, sorry, do that again. So and then we went to that should be D and A. Sorry, that should be D and A. So again, bump. Fourth finger there, first finger there, and then up to D and A, F sharp and D. Obviously this is just the left hand, the right hand will be is playing alongside it, and where are we now? F sharp and D, and then we moved, and the D is there, so we know that that's the D. So the next note, which is B flat, we know it's higher up, which obviously is anyway because it's just moved up from middle C area, and then it's got with the F sharp in, just there. So it's there. and that's it. Using fourth finger there because it's easier. Thumb, then we're moving up to D and A, F sharp and D, and the right hand will be playing, and the orchestra obviously is playing in the background. F sharp and D, and that big movement here to B flat and D sharp, B flat and F sharp, and that's it. And that is it. Thank you very much from Tony Amori. That was the Rachmaninoff Piano Concerto number 3, a part of it, only a very small part. This colossal work by Rachmaninoff. And that's that. Thank you very much from Tony Amori.